Hello. One second. Hello and welcome to another episode, another stream done by me, Ghost Guy, in the afterlife. You're here joining me. We're going to be doing some world building in D&D. I was trying to play some music in my own ear, but that doesn't seem like it's going to be working, so, Anyway, what? I might do some doodling in here. Wow, I am extremely loud today. It's funny because I haven't had a voice all day long, and now I'm like screaming. I don't get it. We're going to be doing some world building, some chillaxing, nothing crazy today. I'm going to be using OneNote because I have discovered I really like OneNote. Because, you can go, I have this, and then I want to draw something. Okay, not now. And it's like, okay, we're going to draw, and we're going to... Yeah, that's the signature we're using. So that's pretty much it. Home. Nope. Draw. Got it. I can add pins. Laser pointer. That's dope. Anyway. So, Sunset City. That is the capital of my D&D world. Well, this continent. We are... I should probably, put up here. We are on the continent. You're also going to see how terrible I am at spelling. Stand. City. Yep. So I was trying to think about it earlier today. I'm still super loud. Man. I want to have a chill stream. So maybe if I cut it back down to here. Here? This might be better right here. Anyway. There were 5 major things I was looking at. We have known NPCs. Inner 1, inner 2, inner 3, inner 4, inner 5. We got district. We got... Please line up. Immediately my phone starts going off. Immediately. That's hysterical.
I went to every Thursday.
Sound off. Anyway. Districts, known NPCs. I'm blanking. Notable locations. Oh, I can expand this. That's actually helps a lot. This works a lot better, I think. Cool. Notable locations. The Undercity. I wish I would have done a little bit of this work earlier today so I could have saved myself time. But I was at work all morning. It was not a fun day. Oh. Castle. Yeah, that's... Ooh. I don't want to... Can I open this on a certain thing, I wonder? Is it going to open on this page? Oh, it opened on my other page. That's awesome. That's actually what I wanted, which is kind of funny. Yeah. So, back over here. Capital. Sunset City. Notable things that we're going to say about the city is built on the coast. Inner. Built on top of old cities. We'll get to that in a minute we'll get to that when we cover Undercity. I've learned something that throughout our history that's really interesting, and we'll just talk about it there. Am I actually live? Hold on. Okay. Anyway. Top of old cities. Diverse population with a more diverse culture. And we'll probably go over that when we get to NPC stuff like that. So basically what's going on is I'm taking these guys, I'm the DM for this campaign. They're coming into this city on a quest to save the king. The only problem is, well, there's a lot of problems to break down. The king does not care for adventurers, especially the man that these guys are, that the party is working for. I am going to shoot a message because we have a group chat. I'll shoot a message out to everyone and see what their backgrounds are, because we're going to be adding some stuff in for known NPCs. So... also, don't freak out if Crumpets pops into the chat. Oh, hey, Cheese. Don't freak out if Crumpets pops into the chat. He's already played this campaign. I just revised it and like brought it up to date because it was an old campaign that I have refaceted multiple times. We're basically gonna. He already knows what this city's about, but I haven't done the whole like. Every time they go there. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So we're really just gonna sit down today and go over the city. I want to spend time building it up and like figuring out things. Um, Crumpets immediately responded to my question. So here. Crumpets Storm Wizard Sage. Boop. Oh. Sapphire Dragon. Because the first time I ever ran this, I didn't understand like the scope of a city and how big cities actually are, if that makes sense. And now that I've done a lot of studying up on medieval cities and medieval stuff, I can kind of go, oh, I was looking at like, hey, I live in a town that has, I don't know, like 50,000 people. And this is a very large area. And it's like, but there's a city an hour away from me that has multiple million people. And it's like, oh, okay. That makes sense how buildings are built and how structures kind of look around certain things. So, diverse culture, representatives from every region of the continent. Wow, I spelled representatives right, but I did not spell I did not spell continent right. Let's see. This is gonna basically be a microcosm of the whole country. I can country whole. Yep. So this is kind of like, this is going to be like our overview page. We're going to go section by section. So major players, important locations, which will be our districts and notable locations. We're just going to roll those into one page because that way we can like, this is this area, this is this area. We're going to title 1, the Undercity, add page, Sunset City, the castle, and that covers all of those. And we'll add a page for small story plots. Okay. That will come around when we start going over like the different characters and how they fit into this. So Crumpets is playing an evocation wizard, which basically he's a wizard who casts damaging spells, and he's like all about damage and basically being. Hold on a second. I put something down and I don't know where I put it. My thinking device. I might have to step away for a second and grab it. That's kind of funny. Man, I am like an old man. I'd forget my head if it wasn't attached to me. Maybe I set it in my bed. But I have a feeling it's in my bathroom. I'll be right back. It was in my bathroom. Just luckily, right next to my room. I feel old. Okay. Ow. I feel old, and I sound old. Anyway, so back to this. We'll come back and fill in stuff as we go. But other notable things about this city is we want district to be different. Okay. What? That's intriguing. Got another response. Cannabis, which we have played with him before. It was on Crumpet's Christmas stream, maybe? No, that was Oniki. He is playing a druid guild artisan. Slicer. Smuggler. Anyway. Districts to be different. Unique feel. But all feel connected to the main city. Anybody who's watching, if you can't really read what I'm putting in, I can make all of the... I make them like larger. So we could... That actually might do a little bit better if we just bump everything up to 16. 16. Not 06. 16. Home. So we'll just crank all of this up to 16. So all of the control all. Oh, I can. Home. Ah, there we go. I figured it out. I'm a smart boy. Anyway, and then please stop. We can scroll and see what everyone's doing. So, yeah, that's kind of what our goals are. Major players. So, first off, we are going to start with King. And, of course, it's changed. Okay, it's working. Let me. I have his name somewhere. King Rav is his name. 5 years as the king. Devote believer in technology. Believer. Technology. Can I just like... Oh, that works. Devote believer in technology. Dislikes adventurers. Probably overdid that one. Adventures, yep. Put too many letters in there. Let's see. Believe he's like 22 years old. So he's a young king. That is the biggest point of him. That's one of the big, like, revolving points about this character. He's young. He's changing the world around him. The king before him was a tyrant who was setting the continent back. King Rav is a visionary. He makes a very good king. Oh. Makes a good king. A visionary. He won the throne through revolution. This is going to be one of the big points. Highlight red. Won the war through revolution. Let's see. Another major thing is he removed the... I believe it's... I'm going to be popping in and out of that to check words and check certain things. Yep, I was right. Key in place of representatives. Oh, what's the... Okay, Control Alt H. So I was right. It's just not Control H like I thought it was. Other things he did was he removed the Inquisition, which, spoiler alert, is what these three things are going to be pretty much what their campaign is about. I figured it out finally. It's taken me some time. So, this is this is our king. He is the most important member starting out. This is who they're being sent to go save. Oh. I'll also add is, hey Alex, under contract to be assassinated. This is the driving point that brings the characters to the capital. Alex, you're going to get some sneak peeks into the capital ahead of time, and I really don't mind because I'm not putting any story elements in. We're just kind of building out the capital, and this is stuff you guys kind of already know or where it's heading. So I do have your character right here. Major player number 1. 16. Major player number 2. I just punched my microphone. So good point. Ooh. Control C. It got rid of my note. That's kind of funny. 16. Control V. Delete that immediately. This is going to... Funny enough, it's in the... There's... Caption, not caption. Of the Phoenix Legion, aka the Royal Guards and the City Watch. Have I been spelling Phoenix wrong? I have been spelling Phoenix wrong. That's kind of funny. Views the adventurers as a means to an end. AIDS / this is going to be an important point. Supplies the party a guard and a guide for the city. Yep. He is not as important as our good old king, but this is going to be the militia leader pretty much, militia leader. He's a soldier. Next up. Honestly, Oh, Alex, you might not even be here anymore, but I really like this because I can do things like the crown. So, crown kind of looks something like this. And then draw, raise. Like something like that. Clean it up a little bit. Draw. Put in like little doop, doop. And then, oh, wrong thing. Oh, can I just make this one thing? Oh, I can also resize it? That is really dope. The more I work with this application, the more I like it. Can I make this thing go away now? Other major players. Lady. $16. I wish I could preset this stuff, you know? Lady. Miriam. Lockstep. Noble woman who works as the party's guide. Guide was a part of the old oligarchy that was destroyed. However, she swore fealty to the new king. I'm getting messages about work because they're being annoying. She's gonna be late 20s. Works as an ambassador. Now, yep. This 16. Enter. Dan Cook. Not the comedian Dan Cook, which they always say. I'm spelling that wrong again, most likely. For the party to keep them out of trouble. However, he does not weigh in on anything the party does. Older man, early 40s. Very macabre the other thing we are going to do is kind of gonna slot in quick personalities for these characters. Lucky, mild mannered, insatiable, thirst for Yep. That is our fourth character. So these three are going to fall into this category. That's going to go right here, which is going to be the crown. There are going to be other characters in this group. However, this is going to be the core set right here. These are going to be our I didn't know I could do that. So this is going to be our... Did I actually split these notes? That's kind of cool. Didn't know I could do that either. The more you know. Should probably looked up on how to do this app before I got started. Now, next up we are going to doodle. This is going to be our Hmm. Question is, where do we go next? Because we can either do like major players in the city, which would be fun that we can like kind of sculpt out, but these are gonna let's do this while we think on major players for the city. We are going to do go back to this. This is going to be a thing called Brothers in Arms. So these are going to be new 20. This is going to be our Royals. Put this to 20 as well. The Royals are going to go right here. Ta-da. I figured it out. Brothers in Arms. This is going to be our... I can just probably... Boop. Drop this back down to 16. Friends. Friends / Patriots of the party. This is going to be the people that they know that are in this city that they may not necessarily know are in the city, however they are. And this is like people they've met along their journey. This is people that they have worked with before. Because in D&D, each character gets to pick a background. These are going to be characters from the player's past that are going to show up, and they can help, they can hurt. So, Brothers in Arms. So this is going to be our... Can we highlight this? Green. These are going to be the good ones. So we are going to start with actually I have to pull up my phone because I have it on my phone in my notes here, which is kind of funny. We are going to have break. So this is a character they are going to meet on their travels to the city. He is a former sailor with strange tattoos. They found him and his ship in the forest 200 years after its maiden voyage. So, this is a strange guy who doesn't fit into the party. He's kinda a man lost to time. Once he reaches city, he heads to the dark side. So, this is a character that they're going to, if they spend time in the dark side, that they'll probably interact with, that they'll do some like friendly banter with, because he's going to be a fun character to play with them. He's going to, if they need a boat, he'll take them somewhere because they did him a favor by bringing him out of the forest. He doesn't know that he's 200 years in the future. He's going to draw some lines. If the party tells him he's out of time, he's going to be a little bit man out of time. I like this character concept, that a character isn't in their right time, because they don't know how much the world's changed. 200 years ago, it could have been a very different place, which it was. Goofball personality on land, serious nature on sea. Covered in tattoos that hold meaning based on deeds. So this is going to sound dumb, but as I've done research over the years into tattoos, sailors for the most part got tattoos based on like how many miles they've sailed, what job they were on the boat. And I've taken that, and like in D&D campaigns, I factor that into what they're doing and how they look and how they act. So he's going to be the first one. We're going to boop boop. Next one. So we have a sage friend, a smuggler friend, and a guild artisan friend. Funny enough, I do have that group chat muted, so I do need to go check. We'll also add, we do know the third one, another party member is a monk friend. And so, the Sage Friend were probably going to be the easiest. Former teacher or classmate. Honestly, I think we should do former teacher. From school. Professor. If I could spell, that would be great. Honestly, that's a great question. Let's go look this up. Hmm. So, just checking this out. Professor. Um. Shadwell. Sure. That's going to be the professor's name. It's going to be even funnier when Crumpets realizes it's his. Crumpets is a dragonborn, so it's going to be. Would be a weird evocation wizard. Oh, here we go. Wizard. Own his odd spell book. There we go. He's an orc wizard. Makes no sense. Spell book. Friendly towards student. Let's see. What else can we add about him? Large and heart. This is going to be basically the professor or your teacher that always took care of you, but he's like massive. He's the gym teacher that cared about you, you know? But he's like teaching calculus. Currently in the whoop. Let's see. Currently in the city to visit the other half of the mage schools. Yep, that gives him a reason for being there. That gives him a reason for why, if needed, the wizard could reach out and talk to him. He's going to be a very friendly character. He's not. These characters aren't going to necessarily help the party in a fight. However, they will help the party in any way they can. Which, for the most part, will probably be places to stay, give them odd quests. I may do a. Actually, I think we did do a thing. Open it up. My small story plots. So this will be like character story plots. So like solo adventures for each one of them to go on. Smuggler friend. Huh. Who's friends with... We might skip over this one. Former co-worker who... Because our guild artisan is a druid, which kind of makes things a little weird. So, it might be interesting. Nature. So, that's very basic about them. We kind of want them to have different story plots, if that makes sense. So, like, in trouble. Oh, wait. Let's flip this back open. Oh. That's funny. With needs help gaining a place within the guild halls. Human I don't know what kind of guild he was part of because he's at work right now, so that'll be interesting. We'll probably finish this out later. Guarded as a hot head. Or guarded not as a hothead, but as a mean individual. Yet in truth, they are just blunt and honest. Monk friend. Where's this person at? In the poor, in the dockside ward, building, making there. Yep. Monk friend. This one's also going to be fairly easy, I would assume. Monk from the monastery. Is who for it, however, became dreadfully lost. This is going to be a Luxodon or an elephant person. Soft-spoken. Scared of what the other monks will think of them. Okay, that's an easy one. Smuggler. Man, I should have probably put more thought into this before coming back to them. Who would be a friend of a smuggler? No one's here watching, but honestly, if this... Ooh, that would be an interesting one. A fleece. working now with Thieves Guild. Real easy. Got caught leasing, didn't give anyone up. Changeling. Brash and takes the visage of a dwarf. So these are going to be our brothers in arms characters. And set them here. Pull this up to here maybe. These are going to be just like quick little story points that the characters can go handle. Like they have some downtime, they can go hang out with these people, get them a place to stay. The other thing about this city that I want to point out is it's going to be dreadfully large, and I don't want to really think about that. And honestly, this gives us some people who would, in theory, be helpful to the party. Now, we should probably do some other... We might have some ideas if we go flip to a different page and come back. So, like, important locations, we're not going to do the Undercity yet. Important locations. What's this? Oh. Okay. 16. Is there a way? Oh, that's cool. 16. 16. Okay. Okay. I should probably sit up to do this because it's going to be annoying. And then we'll go back and delete these out. And now we should actually be at 16. So now we are going to do districts. And to be honest with you guys, oh, that's interesting. The only reason why I'm doing this today is I've been wanting to do some like nerdy stuff on stream. I'm looking at setting up videos on, starting to record videos and put them up. But I don't know what those are going to be on yet. I do have a couple ideas for videos, and this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know if we'll have this many districts, but this might help us a little bit. So we do know a couple off the dock side. The College and Mage Institutes. We have the Dead District. We're going. Huh. So we're just gonna throw some names down. Merrick District. The last one should absolutely be the Castle slash Representative District. Sunset Promenade? Maybe? Hmm. The borough. And I have a feeling that a major thing is I do want the party to feel like each of these is different but unique. Well, is part of the city but unique enough that, hey, we want to go spend some time in the dockside and get into trouble there. Um, the Sunset Promenade is definitely going to be our major thoroughfare. The borough is probably going to be the housing. Hmm. Normally I don't talk as much when I'm doing this, which is kind of throwing me off. Hmm. Pits. Nests. Okay, so that gives us 9 districts to work with. We'll pen this over to this side. Um, dark side. This is going to be our first district. Each district, I kind of want to put like three major points of interest. Um, or like 3 points where the party could be like, oh, that's a major point, so this is definitely gonna have the docks. Docks. Actually, let's give that a different name. The shipwright. Let's go look up what that word means. A shipbuilder. Okay. That makes sense. Shipwright. Docks. Actually, I don't want to call. Here we go. Red Sky Docks. Fourth. I don't know where that fourth one came from. The Red Sky Docks. The temples to the goddess of the moon and the goddess of luck and the god of the seas. Okay. 3 temples gives the players places to go. The night market, black market. So the night market or black market will take the place of us having a black market, so the party doesn't feel like they have to physically go to the Thieves Guild. The Thieves Guild will be out and selling stuff at night or like working at night in this area on the dock side because it's going to be the least patrolled section of the city where they can do their dealings. I honestly wish I could actually draw because then I would actually sit here and sketch out an idea of like what it looks like. But I also don't have like good like visual understanding of things. The lighthouse. So that gives us a couple locations to work with. Fleshes it out a little bit. Nothing too crazy though. What's this look like? Oh, that's so cool. Anyway, I could see why people use this now. Yep, 16. It's, has the Vicer School of Combustion. Okay, yeah. Actually, let's real quick flip to here. Lower class district. Lots of laborers. Lots of bars. Lively at night as it is the day. Okay. Of abjuration. Conjuration. Oh. Illusion and enchantment. Bless me. Most magic shops. Okay. This one, we're going to add in temple to Instus, which is going to be our god of knowledge. I might do a stream where I talk about the different gods in this world. I don't know how much I want to put out there about this world. Honestly, if you guys could probably just take this city and build a whole world out of it, which is the cool thing. That's kind of why I want to put it up here. It gives you guys a head start on like how me as a DM puts things together and like thinks about how things work in a city structure and what goes on. Mostly students. Smallest district. So this is going to be our smallest district. It's not going to have too much going on in it. It's going to have schools. It's going to have libraries. Which the temple is going to double as a library. It's going to have your magic shops. It's going to have a bunch of cool stuff. But it's not... It's going to be different from our dock side. Because the dock side is more like lower class workers, where the... I should probably... Can I highlight these? Just like... Whoop. And... Whoop. That's one. Yep, just like that. Next up, we are going to have the Dead District. Don't. Hmm. nature. That's an interesting combo. I like to mesh gods of death and nature because it's like the birth and recycling of everything going on. I don't have a god of civilization now that I think about it, which is, I don't know, normal not to have because, like, I just don't know. But, man, this microphone's a lot better than I give it credit for. This is going to have, what are they called in New Orleans? Oh, that's something. This is going to have the Noble Crypt and the Garrison House, which is going to be our army stuff, and where the Phoenix Legion's going to keep their main base. This is going to have not as many residents, but due to its location gets a lot of foot traffic. Oh, this is also going to have the Inquisition headquarters, which is going to be abandoned. This is also going to have something that was brought up in one of my other campaigns, Granny's Incorporated. Yep. Which is just a bakery. There's that one. Merrick District. So I had this idea that I kind of want to put into place now that I'm like working on this, that knights fought with honor, but I was like thinking like how gunslingers fight and like how old school samurai fought, that it was not honorable, that it was like life or death, be a like part of a group of people here in my world. But I was like, oh, that would make a lot of sense in like the desert area. place. So what are some major locations we'll have here? The Oasis, which is a tavern. What else? Tavern/inn. What else should we have in here? I want it to feel kind of deserty. What other things would we find in the desert? Oh, that would be an interesting thing. And the casino. I think I spelled that wrong. Casino. Place compared to the city full of sand, weird cheers, only place only place monsters races can walk openly without scrutiny. That nice little thing. Hi. This is the gambling area. Pretty basic, nothing too crazy. Whoop. Drop this one here. Shrink it down. Most of these, I have a feeling that my players will not actually go to. Mainly because they have a tendency to do certain things a very certain way. They're going to go, oh, this is where I'm going to go. Oh, this is where I'm going to go. Borough. Oh, I skipped. Hold on. Let's put this over here. The Sunset Promenade. Main Market. Main Road. Roads. Center of the city. This is where guild halls are. This is the most traffic. Area, city, less of a district and more of a large circular road that runs throughout the city. District 1. So it's going to be one massive road that kind of wraps around the city that takes you to each of the locations. Oh, I won't move this. Can I attach this? Oh, that's also really cool. Okay. It's just gonna run around the city. Shops and stalls are up wherever they placed. Here we go. Connect all the districts. Once again, I can't spell. Actually, I'm gonna go on a quick break really quick and go to the bathroom. Oh, nope, wrong thing. Be right back. There we go. I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick. We'll come back, finish out the final 4 districts. So then we'll probably move to the Undercity and I can describe that. We might end it after that just because I don't want to get too deep into this. I still want to have some room to futz around. So finish out the boroughs, do the Undercity, and yeah, I'll be back to do that. All right, I am back. So this is the Sunset Promenade. Um, Here, shrink it down, highlighter, whoop, whoop. Select. No, not you. This. The borough. Homes. So this is going to be more of our like exactly what it says, middle class homes. Built for the majority housing allotment. We'll go down pits. Lower class housing. And Thieves Guild. Thieves Guild. Stronghold. Nest. This is going to be our rich people housing. Yep, and this is pretty much what I'm figuring. They might go into one of these areas, which I'll have to think of something on the fly, and I will definitely come back and add it here. So pits, burrow, and the nest. That leaves us one last thing. And that is the castle. Castle / rep district. This is going to have the King's Palace. Court of Evenstein and Homes. Yep, that's pretty much this district. I don't think they're going to go there very early on, which I think it will actually be hysterical if they try and go there very early on, because they won't know. They probably won't be able to access this very well very early, just because they haven't made a name for themselves in this city. They might have helped other locations, but it's not this city. The Undercity. Ooh, ha ha ha. Bump this up to like 24. So another thing that I've learned over the years when studying history is humanity has a tendency that when we build stuff, like cities, we just build it in layers. So like, there was a city. That city got destroyed. They built another city on top of it because it was either in a strategic location, like on a river or in the bay, it had something that other places didn't have. So we tend to just build straight up. So my idea is that the city that was here before collapsed, and basically it's the current Sunset City. Okay, let me draw it. So if this is the current city, and then underneath that is the old city, and then under that is an older, then under that is like town. Under that is going to be like village, and it's just going to keep going down this until it is unused. But because this is a massive city, each one below it's going to shrink very slowly down to the bottom, if that makes sense. And one of the plot points is that the characters have to go into the Undercity. So there's going to be stuff down there that isn't necessarily the same as it is on the current city. Oopsie. I'm going to mute my mic so I can pour this. Okay, it has been poured. So that's the idea of the Undercity. I actually got this from Matt Coville's. He did a whole video on this. Yes, cross it out. That's exactly what I wanted. Delete. Delete. Let's get the whole thing. Delete. So the Undercity is probably going to be... So we're going to go layers. For this one. Layer 1. Oops. 2, 3. I don't think they'll go any further than 4, so we'll just do these 4 layers. So layers 1 is going to be about 200 to 300. It's not what I wanted to. Come on now. $200 to 300 years old. Years old. It's going to be still mostly intact with buildings and areas easily explored. In this layer we're going to have undead. I might actually have written this down already. So let me go check my notes. The Undercity. rat people and the drow. This is basically going to be a raging territory war. This one's going to be about 400 to 700 years old. This is going to be mostly relics, very few standing structures, and inhabited by underground monsters. This one's going to be about 800 to 1200, not 12,000 years old. And we'll skip down and go 1500 to say 3,000 years old. Archaic. So let's say this is the first major settlers. Let's see. Oops. Let's do like hieroglyphs instead of writing. Oh, I do have to message somebody really quick and ask a quick question. Whoopsie daisy. I'm back. Instead of writing, yeah, I think that's the main thing that's going to come out of here. This one is going to be no standing structures and limited metal objects has been taken over by the by mind layers. So this is kind of what this is going to be about. This is the layers to the Undercity. Okay, I turned off desktop audio for you guys, but not for me. So I just jumped out of my skin when I got a message. Um, that scared me. I got real scared. Ow. Let's see. Huh. I didn't realize I flipped this screen over too. Oops. I think that's all we're going to do for right now because there are a few things that take us down here for other reasons. That are quest lines. Hmm. Hmm. I did not really write very much about this. Interesting. Well, um, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream here because I am exhausted and I've been working way too hard at my actual job. But this is kind of like the basic idea. We may come back to this and do some more work on it when we get a chance. Uh, because I think I still have a lot of time before my players make it to the Sunset City. But thanks everyone for coming and hanging out and have a great night. I should probably end this first.